guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here, and if that's the case, I'm really glad to have you here. We're going to be talking about Olaplex today, and if you have been around for a while or you've watched some of my more recent hair care videos, then you probably already know I love Olaplex with my whole heart. I love this brand. They have amazing products for damage repair, and I feel like I recommend them to every single person that's in need of that asks what they should use. But even though I love them very, very much, I do feel like some of their products are a little bit confusing to figure out how to weave into a weekly hair care routine, especially if you don't wash your hair every single day, like me as a once a week hair washer. Plus, with the rise in popularity of this brand, I feel like I've started to see a lot of little hacks pop up for easier ways to use these products, and I have been really curious about them. So I feel like I've seen so many comments and questions and suggestions about this, like, is it true that I can leave number 3 on my hair overnight? Is that actually going to benefit my hair even more? Or could that damage my hair? Is it true that with number 7, if you apply that before using heat, that's actually going to fry your hair and make heat damage worse? For number 0, can you add that to a spray bottle to make it easier to apply? So I thought I would just reach out to the brand myself and ask all of these questions, plus even more. So that is exactly what we're going to be talking through here today. This is not going to be a sit-down review of all of Olaplex's products because I've already done that. So if you haven't seen that yet, I will link that below if you want some background. This is going to be a follow-up to that, talking through the most effective ways to use their products to make sure that you're actually getting bang for your buck, and Olaplex's thoughts on some of these kind of hacks that have popped up, and if they get their stamp of approval or if they say, don't apply the products that way. So if you want to hear about that, you're in the right spot. We're going to jump right into that. Before we do, if you like hair care content, skincare content, or you like just hanging out with me, definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That really helps to support me and make sure that my videos are recommended to others. And you should come hang out with me on Instagram and TikTok. My username is also Abby Young on those platforms, which is right here for you. All right, let's talk Olaplex. Okay, so we're just gonna go right down the numbered row here. We have number 0, number 3, number 6, and number 7. We're not gonna include number 4 and 5 in this video. That is their shampoo and conditioner. Those are pretty straightforward, can't really mess those up. So if you wanna hear my thoughts on those and see the formulation, again, that's in my previous review. But these products right here are definitely the ones that I've seen the most questions on and most kind of suggestions on different ways to use it, the hacks, if you will. So let's start off with number 0. So this is called their Intensive Bond Building Hair Treatment, and this is their latest launch, and it was specifically designed to be used with number 3 as a primer for number 3. So I feel like people were kind of confused about this, like, what is this even really for? Do I need that if I'm using number 3? You don't need it to use number 3, but it is supposed to make the benefits of number 3 even better by priming the hair so that number 3 can be pulled deeper into the hair. So again, you don't have to use it if you wanted to use number 3, but if you feel like you're in serious need of some intensive damage repair, then this could be really helpful to you. So how you're supposed to use this is saturate it all over the hair, leave it on for 10 minutes, and then go ahead and apply number 3 after that. In my opinion, this is definitely the trickiest product to use because you're supposed to fully saturate your hair so that it's completely wet for number 3 to be applied on top of. But all you have to work with is this little opening right here, the tip of the bottle, and it's just really hard to get that evenly all over the hair. So the hack that I have seen suggested the most about this product by far is to add it to a spray bottle. So I asked Olaplex about that. Can this be added to a spray bottle to spray all over the hair? What are your thoughts on that? And they actually do not recommend doing that. They specifically said that Olaplex is not designed to be airborne. And that was kind of it on that. So they didn't give a lot of color around why exactly that is, but I am sure it's some sort of inhalation safety issue, eye safety issue. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. I have not tried that for that reason. It just makes me nervous. I'm like, if we're not supposed to be spraying that, I'm just not gonna mess with it. So I don't actually use this product anymore because I feel like I don't need it right now. But I think where it could be really helpful is if you've just gotten your hair bleached or you have really severe damage from heat or something else, it could be a really nice plus to the number 3, but I haven't continued to use it because I think it's kind of tricky to use. So the other question that I've seen about this is, can I just immediately apply number 3 to the hair after using this? Do I have to wait the 10 minutes? Really, what's that going to do? But yes, you do actually have to wait 10 minutes. You can't just put this on right away because it needs 10 minutes to fully absorb into the hair so that it can actually work properly. So those are the little tips and tricks for number 0. Not an ideal situation. Obviously, you can do what you would like for application, but that is the brand's 2 cents on that. Let's move on to number 3, which is their hair perfector. So this is supposed to repair the hair and prevent future breakage. And this, I would say, is the most confusing product to figure out how to use in your weekly hair care routine. So what they recommend on the back of the bottle is to use before shampooing and to use it up to 3 times a week, depending on the level of damage that you have, or you can just use it once a week if it's not that severe. They say to apply it on damp towel dried hair before you shampoo. Apply a generous amount from scalp to ends until the hair is fully saturated. Leave it on for a minimum of 10 minutes, longer if desired. Then rinse from the hair, follow up with shampoo and conditioner. Let's just start off with a bang and talk about the hack that everyone seems to be talking about with this product lately, which is to leave it on the hair overnight. I've seen so many comments saying, oh my gosh, try leaving that on the hair overnight. The results are insane and so much better than if you just leave it on for 10 minutes. So the brand is pretty vague about the 10 minutes or how long you should really leave it on the hair, because they just say 10 minutes or longer. So I asked, what does longer mean? And what they said is that this actually loses its effectiveness around 30 to 40 minutes. And in order for number 3 to work on the hair needs to be damp, or in order for it to work effectively, the hair needs to be wet or damp. So once it dries, that efficacy diminishes. So while you can technically leave it on the hair overnight, it's not going to damage the hair. It shouldn't be doing much more for your hair than if you were to just leave it on for 40 minutes and then rinse it off after. So of course, if you disagree with that and you feel like you've seen a big difference in leaving it on the hair overnight versus just that 40 minutes, then to each their own. I'm not here to try to say that that's not true for you, but I have tried to leave it on the hair overnight and I don't feel like there's that much of a difference for me the next morning versus if I just use this for about 40 minutes or while my hair is still wet. I don't really think I noticed a difference, and I have tried it many times. So you can keep doing that if you would like to, but technically it shouldn't really be doing much more for you. The next question with number 3 is definitely one that I have been the most curious about as a once a week hair washer is, okay, what if our hair is dirty? We have product buildup. Do we have to clean our hair first and shampoo first in order for number 3 to actually work? Or is it true that we can just use it before shampooing no matter what, like it says on the back of the label? So what Olaplex said about this is that you don't have to shampoo your hair before. Olaplex 3 will still work on the hair if the hair has buildup, but it's going to work the best and most effectively if you do shampoo the hair first. So for those of you that were asking in my last hair washing routine if the fact that I apply this on top of the hair oils that I sleep in would affect Olaplex number 3 working on my hair, it does. It's not going to work as well as it possibly can, but that's how I've been using this product for months at this point. I feel like almost a year, and I feel that I've still seen really, really nice results in using it. So for what it's worth, as someone who washes once a week and uses this on dirty hair, it still works for me in that way. But again, if you feel like you need serious damage repair, maybe consider shampooing first, then applying it, leaving it on for 10 minutes and rinsing it off. And then last question for number 3 is similar to number 0, but kind of a 3-part question. So can you put this in a spray bottle to make it easier to apply? I've seen a lot of people suggesting that by either adding a little bit of water or maybe a little bit of number 0 to make it slightly more liquidy. Still no there to the spray bottle thing. So that's not just a number 0 issue. Across the board, Olaplex says, don't make our stuff airborne, please. If you wanted to make this a little bit more liquidy so it's easier for you to evenly spread throughout the hair, you can add a little bit of water actually, no concerns with that, but you don't want to add number 0 because this needs to sit on the hair, on dry hair for 10 minutes first. So that is it for number 3. Let's move on to number 6, which is their Bond Smoother. So on the back, they say to apply a very small amount and to concentrate it on the mid-length to ends, comb through, and style as desired. So slightly different than number 3, and this is something that I used to use when I was first testing it out after I washed my hair and before I blow dried it as a blow dry primer. I found that in doing that, while I didn't hate it, I wasn't obsessed with the way that my hair looked on those days because it kind of weighed down my hair a little bit. My hair, while I have a lot of it, is very fine, so it's weighed down easily, and it makes sense because this is such a concentrated product. I mean, it's not like a deep conditioning heavyweight mask, but for the products that I'm used to using on blow dry day, much thicker than that. So if you watched my latest favorites video, then you already know how I have been loving using this, and that is actually overnight. Oh my goodness, I would highly recommend doing that. So this is different than number 3 in the fact that it can be applied to dry hair and it doesn't need to be on damp hair in order to work. So I've been using this about, I would say midweek, once I hit around day 4. I'm starting to feel kind of gross and dirty. My ends are a little bit frazzled, feeling a little bit dry, and I need some extra conditioning. I've been applying this with a few drops of this, which is their number 7 bonding oil, and that combination makes my hair feel like butter the next day. It's amazing. And of course, aside from it just making my hair feel really good, I'm getting the bond repair benefit in there. So, oh my gosh. You have to try using this overnight. And then 2 more quick questions about this. The first is, if you were to use it on damp hair, is this good enough as a heat protectant? And while it does give you some heat protection, it's actually not all the way up to 450 degrees, which is what a lot of blow dryers and curling irons go up to these days. So they do recommend using a separate heat protectant with it. And then the other question that I've seen for this is, can I use it every day? If I can use it on dry hair, is that going to benefit my hair further? And while you can do that, there's no reason that you can't. It's not going to damage your hair. If you do that, you aren't necessarily going to see further benefit because this is supposed to work for 72 hours. So you shouldn't need to use it every single day. Every few days will suffice. Okay, and then last is number 7, which is their bonding oil. Definitely not as many questions or comments or suggestions about this one because an oil is definitely more straightforward, I think, than some of these other products. But what I have seen a lot on TikTok about this is that it's actually going to fry your hair if you use it before you use heat styling products. I've seen that so many times, like, don't use that before heat, it's going to fry your hair, really damage it, but that is not true. This is actually a heat protectant, and this does provide heat protection up to 450 degrees. So if you're able to use these together and make sure that your hair is evenly covered, that would give you the heat protection that you need. I think that it's a little bit too difficult for me to apply these products evenly all over, given the fact that this is so much thicker than I typically would like a product like that to be, to make sure that I'm getting adequate heat protection. So I always use a spray first. You guys know my Pureology multitasking spray. That thing's amazing. It's going to detangle, but it also adds heat protection, just so that I'm not taking any gambles. But if you did use this before styling and you don't feel that it weighs down your hair in combination with number 6, then false that this is going to fry your hair. That is not true. It will actually protect your hair from heat damage. And if you were to use this before styling, you could do the same thing that I do overnight. Just apply a few drops to this, mix it together, and I do find that that makes it easier to apply for sure, because this adds that little bit of liquid that this needs to just be spread evenly throughout the hair. So those are all the questions that I asked Olaplex about for you guys. I really hope for those of you that have found this a little bit confusing and you weren't fully sure how to properly use these products in your routine, that this helped to clear some of that up, because I was even confused with some of these products, and it's nice to have clear answers straight from the source, because I feel like there are so many suggestions online and so many of them contradict one another that I just wanted to hear from Olaplex themselves. So you definitely can find some of the things that I talked about on their website in their FAQ section, but I still feel like I saw so many of these questions over and over that it would be worth just making a video on and letting you guys know once and for all what Olaplex had to say. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you currently use Olaplex, do you feel like you're going to switch things up a little bit after watching this video, or are you going to try Olaplex after watching this? I'll have all of the products listed in my description box below if you are interested in purchasing, but other than that, that is everything, and my next video will be up in a few days, so stay tuned for that. But until then, I hope you have a great few days.